More reason to pay. Yes. Christian typing. Okay, so while we
Give
wait.
me one moment. Sorry.
Oh, no, that's okay. Yeah, let me know if it works for you. If not, again, paying for it is great opportunity, but I believe you all have access to these certifications. I don't necessarily think it's Microsoft only focused, but my view is a little bit different. But Christian will let us know if that, okay, it didn't work for Maria. Okay, so Christian will let us know if it works for him, but just different areas. Again, you can focus on different technologies if you want it to be around Microsoft, cybersecurity, data analyst, full stack engineer. I mean, the list goes on about the different role guides and learning paths that you have access to. Again, to get access to the LinkedIn Learning, you must pay for it. Okay, so Alex, that one isn't available. Okay, but he does. So Alex has the personal one, but this specific learning path. Okay, so that must be a internal employee one only. But these role guides here, you do have access to. So just not this Microsoft tab, unfortunately. But if you go in and you type in AZ900 within LinkedIn Learning, there are going to be learning paths associated with it, just not that particular one that I shared with you today. Okay. Thank you for that, Christian. Any other questions? Willie, did you want to share anything about the LinkedIn Learning site before we move on?
No, I think that you covered a great deal of it. But one thing I will say about LinkedIn Learning, if you are still in the process of developing soft skills, LinkedIn Learning is going to be an amazing thing. I came from, like I said, I came from teaching. So I thought that a lot of things that, as it relates to like time management and things like that, were working in my favor until I got here and realized that, oh, I have a lot more happening than what I did before. So LinkedIn Learning had me to, I took like the time management ones and so forth, and it definitely was a great help in helping me to propel myself into making sure that I'm staying as productive and making the best use of my time as possible. And while Lauren has this up, I do want to talk about an upcoming event that we have with Blacks at Microsoft Houston, as well as our Microsoft Philanthropies. We're having an Empower Fest, which is our nonprofit Innovation Unleashed. If you know of anyone that has a nonprofit that serves the African American community in the Houston metropolitan area in any way, this is definitely a workshop or mini conference that they want to be at, right? So this, we have some people coming from our Microsoft Nonprofit Tech Accelerator. It's going to be a 2-day workshop, and the first day is virtual, where all of these great things about owning your own data, volunteer management, branding and storytelling, and so forth, right? And we have all these great people coming in to talk about this. And then on Tuesday, we have an in-person event at the Ion Houston. If you're familiar in the Houston area, it's right a little bit in Midtown per se. So we have that event there, and it's going to be an in-person event, and we have the director for our um, nonprofit tech, NTA. I'm trying to say it out instead of just using the acronyms, but NTA, he'll be in town and you'll get the chance to hear from some nonprofits that currently are in the NTA program and how the resources that are available within NTA are working for them to propel their organization's mission. So definitely sign up. I think Lauren dropped the link in there. It's aka.ms /EmpowerFest. So definitely sign up if you know, or feel free to send to someone if you know that has a nonprofit in the Houston area.
Thank you, Willie, for that. And I heard, yeah, to Willie's point, I highly encourage you guys to come out to the session. I know that we shared the flyer um, with Jackie and team, so I believe they shared it on their LinkedIn as well. But we highly encourage you to sign up, or if you know anyone, share the message with them. It's going to be a very informational session. You get to meet with other organizations that participated in our programs here at Microsoft. So it's just a great learning opportunity if you're interested in attending. Okay, so next we'll dive into, oh, and I did want to say, so Christian actually offered, Christian shared that he's a LinkedIn Learning admin, so he can give out free licenses if you are interested. So make sure that you guys are connecting with each other here today and outside of this conversation. Continue to connect and work with each other. Maybe you can create kind of a study group where you study and learn about the different certifications and just share knowledge with each other. So thank you, Christian, for sharing that information with the group. Okay, so this is a survey for the end, but we're not gonna do the survey yet. I'm not done presenting. So during our last session, a lot of you were interested in, I kind of did a Copilot demo, high level Copilot demo with our different Copilot products here within Microsoft. So what I wanted to do, I know we have, I think, what, 30 minutes left? Yeah. So we've got about 30 minutes left. And so I wanted to show you high level some of the Copilot opportunities that you have to utilize within Microsoft. So this is specifically around Microsoft 365 Copilot. Okay. What I'm going to do is, that's the exam. Let's go. Oops. I'm gonna close these windows. Okay. So first we'll take it step by step. As of today, everyone should have access to Bing, which is Microsoft's search engine. Within Bing, we have Copilot. It's automatically attached. You don't have to do anything to get it. Maybe you might have to update your search engine, but I think that's about it. So Copilot is phenomenal. I use it every day to help me with my role as an account manager in Microsoft. I also utilize it to help with emails. So I'll send an email to a customer if I need it to be a little bit more formal. I utilize Copilot for that. Copilot is a great resource. If you don't have access to any of the other Copilot offerings that Microsoft supports, specifically around modern work, so SharePoint, Teams, Outlook, the best starting point would be Bing. And it's free, you don't have to pay for it. So let me say I want to cook dinner for 10 people. What is the easiest meal that I can make in less than 1 hour? I doubt that's possible, but let's see what it comes up with. All righty. So we are going to do, so it took me here. What I'm going to do is what it just showed me. This is basic search engine. So if you go into Google, this is what typically comes up. The difference with Copilot, we're going to select this Copilot option. Okay, I want to cook dinner for 10 people. What's the easiest meal that I can make in less than an hour? Okay, let's try that again. Doesn't look like, oh, there we go. Is it working? It's probably searching because that might not be possible. You can't cook. Oh, here we go. Okay. I guess it's able to find some meals that we can cook in under an hour. So creamy 1-pot beef orzo. But essentially, that's one way you can utilize Copilot. Some of the teams, some of the our colleagues here at Microsoft, they used to have personal trainers. So, the cost of a personal trainer can range between $300 to $500 a month, depending on what type of personal trainer you get. They now utilize Copilot to help them create personalized workouts that are targeted for them. So that's another way that you can utilize Copilot in your personal life outside of your day-to-day work.
I was going to say, and to add to that, Lauren, I think that I use Copilot majority for emails, especially if I'm ever out of office. I get an influx of emails. I'll go in Copilot and ask it to summarize any action items that are needed from me while I was out. And I love that it just generates an entire list of who needs what they need from me. And it just makes it easier instead of going email by email and reading everything that they needed from me.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely use it for productivity.
Absolutely. So I will show you all how to utilize Copilot within email in one moment. But see, it's coming up. It's giving us a whole list. If you click on the one recipe, it'll pop up in another window and it'll kind of tell me, it'll give me the recipe of how to make this creamy one pot beef orzo. All right, so that's basic Bing access into Copilot. You can also type in, hey, Copilot, help me rewrite and summarize this email. You can utilize Copilot Bing to do that as well if you don't have access to the other products that we have. So I'm going to go in here and go to my email now. And I can only demo so much because I do not have our Contoso is our dummy demo site that we use. And so this is actually some of my work information, so I can only share so much with you all. Okay, so Willie made an excellent point about how he utilizes Copilot for Outlook. So this is the new Outlook today. So some of you all who are not currently utilizing the new Outlook, this is what it looks like. I made it this color scheme, so of course you can change your color scheme and make it however you want. All right, so this is an email that I received that I follow on LinkedIn. It's focused on generative AI. This is a lot of words. I don't want to read it. I don't have time to read it. I've got 2 minutes and I've got to hop into a next meeting. I do not have time to read this. So I'm going to click on Summarize. So what this Summarize tab does is it utilizes Copilot to comb through the information that's provided in the email and give me a high-level summary of what that email contains. So it says it's from generative AI on LinkedIn. NVIDIA launched the Blackwell platform, introduced the advanced Blackwell GPU, revolutionized within AI. Microsoft introduced the Surface 10 Pro and Surface Laptop 6 for businesses, so yada, 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 so on and so forth. So long story short, within Outlook, you can utilize Copilot to summarize your emails. It is fantastic. Willie uses it. I use it. It's a great, great resource. You can also utilize Copilot to create emails. So I clicked on new email. So this lovely, pretty little widget here, that's the Copilot widget. So anytime you see this on any of your Microsoft products, that is what that is referring to, the Copilot logo widget. Okay, so I am going to draft with Copilot. What do I want this email to say? Please help me craft a professional email to my manager about key points from our team meeting on Tuesday, March 21st? No, what was March? Let's see. Let's see if it'll pull for March 19th. March 19th. Please pull in information from the team's meeting. Generate. Let's see if it'll work. So a lot of times, so Copilot is integrated with Teams, Outlook, Word, PDF, Excel, PowerPoint. So what happens is, you see this? Isn't this great? So Copilot just used our meeting that we had on Tuesday to compile an entire email to my manager. And so a lot of you might say, well, this doesn't look like a Copilot. They created the email for you. You didn't have to write anything. No, I don't ever recommend sending an email that's created with Copilot right away without reading it. You definitely want to read it, make sure the information is accurate, because what Copilot does is it pulls from existing data, and some of that data may be inaccurate. So it's really important that you have clean data when utilizing the Copilot platform. And as a lot of us know, organizations keep data for years and years and years. So some of the data, unfortunately, is convoluted. So anytime you're utilizing a Copilot product, when it comes to M365 Copilot, you want to make sure that the information that is being drafted from the tool is 100% accurate. You always have to fact check. Okay, but that is one of the many ways that you can utilize Copilot within Outlook. Okay, so I'm going to